comes forward from Belper, but it's immediately blocked by Murphy. Goes forward again, headed forward by Ascenso. Ball in behind, looking for James Tague. Gets on the end of it, holds it up well in the corner. Plays back in field, but it's cut out well by Nejman, and out for a Belper throw on the far side. Far in the opening 5 or so minutes. Here's Oliver, cuts the ball back. Meppen Walter steps across it, ball drops for Ben Rhodes, who shoots first time. And the ball sails harmlessly over the bar and into the car park and out for a Guiseley goal kick. Ball comes in from Smells Braithwaite. It's into Jake Cassidy. That's a brilliant save by Jackson. I think it was a great save from the keeper. It might have hit the post. It all happened so quickly. I mean, I'll bring you in, Cam, for that. That's a brilliant save.
I think it was Cassidy that hit on the half volley. He took it with some force as well.
Ball comes forward. Murphy in behind, looks to get across into the box. Cassidy's there. Ball drops to the feet of Whelan. It's Cassidy. It's another brilliant save by Jackson. Gets down fast and low to his left-hand side and tips the ball around the post. That's two absolutely brilliant saves in the space of about a minute there. Ivor.
Well, it's incredible. The ball bobbled around. It came to Cassidy with no more than about 12 yards.
And Kachosa can take the throw, which he does, headed away by Rhodes. And Smells Braithwaite wins a great flick on for Callum Murphy, who looks to be brought down. The referee not giving a foul, and if he had given a foul, I'm sure he'd have had to send the defender off. I think it was Ben Middleton who lofts the ball in behind. Smells Braithwaite was chasing, but the ball's hooked away by a Belper defender. But Nejman does brilliantly to nip back in and get there ahead of Rhodes. And picks it up right by the left corner flag. Good opportunity to get across into the box, and he does, and it's towards Callum Murphy, who looked to turn and almost had it with the back of his head, and goes narrowly over the bar and out for a Belper goal kick. What have you made of that? He played a couple of nice passes, and also, as you say, he won that ball then. Harrison Nejman in midfield had a good start. Smiles Braithwaite takes the strike. Left-footed, hits the edge of the post. I didn't quite see a shot coming there.
I didn't expect a shot either, to be honest. He probably should have played Cassidy in, and he probably shot because the chance had gone to play the ball, but great effort, you know. As for what we were talking about before, that's what you want to see. A young lad come in, you know, desire to go and win, like you said, a 60-40 ball in his favour. But then not only that, he's put a good quality cross in, which Callan did really well actually to try and direct that goal.
Yeah.
Smells Braithwaite. Picks the ball up, does well to turn, and drives down the left side. He's got Rhodes, 1v1, cuts inside onto his right. Plays the ball forward into Murphy. It's Callum Murphy brought down on the edge of the box by Ben Middleton.
Yeah, his confidence should be high after four great goals.
Smells Braithwaite. He's going to hit it right-footed. Gets it over the wall. And it rattles the crossbar. It's a brilliant effort from Smells Braithwaite. So unlucky.
We need some luck today. No, that was a brilliant. I mean, he got real swerve and dip over the wall.
Absolutely. I mean,
crashed the bar.
To get it up and over the wall and hit it with such power as well. I mean, if you were a keeper, do you think Jackson looked stranded?
The performance is night and day compared to last week at Warrington Rylands, and they deserve to be ahead.
Ball comes in, headed away at the front post by Nejman. Guiseley looks to push up, and Kachosa heads the ball away. And that will be the final action of the first half as the referee blows the whistle. It's 1:45 minutes. It's Guiseley 0, Belper Town 0. As we just wait for Givi Chidua to get us underway. And we restart with Meppen Walters sending the ball high into the air and down the field. It's cleared by a Belper defender, but Lee sends it back, and the ball finds its way to Smells Braithwaite. Got Kachosa as an option on the left, but chooses to come back in field for Nejman, who looks like he's going to take a shot. Hits it right-footed, does. It's saved. Saved by Jackson, and Murphy was chasing in on the rebound, but Jackson managed to parry it away. Algar into Lichfield. Bullock did well to push him off the ball, and now Smells Braithwaite can come forward. It's 3v2 in Guiseley's favour. He's got Murphy with him on the right hand side, chooses to take Murphy. Murphy's brought down, the ball drops to Jake Cassidy, takes a shot right footed and rolls it wide of the post. That's a brilliant opportunity for the Lions, and 3v2 on the counter attack. Can't make it count, and the ball's out for a Belper goal kick.
It was a wonderful counter attack, but you think Cassidy's got to hit the target from there. Okay, it's a bit of an angle, but he was only about 10-12 yards out. He just slid it past the post. He's got to make the keeper make a save there, I think.
It's an encouraging start to the second half. Guiseley come forward again here. It's Cassidy. Comes in field to Smells Braithwaite. He's got Chippendale with him, but Smells Braithwaite takes a shot right footed. That's a great save by Jackson. And tips the ball past the post and out for a Guiseley corner.
Our shooting from distance today has been exceptional. Have we been doing shooting practice and training?
Yeah, it looks like we have, yeah. To be fair, we actually did some on Thursday and we had a bit of a laugh and a joke about it, but it looks like it's paying off, yeah.
Ball drops nicely. Oh, it was Lee Whelan. Sat up, edge of the box, right footed. And sails over the bar, but not the worst effort from the midfielder. Oliver drops deep, comes inside, and goes to Rhodes. Plays the ball in behind for Niall Wemmer. Cuts inside onto his left foot, back onto his right, takes a shot. Oh, and it's deflected behind and goes for a corner. But that's definitely Belper's best chance of the half so far. It was tricky and quick feet from Joseph Niall Wemmer. Ball comes in from Burrows, floated towards the back post, and drops at the feet of Tom Wilson, who grabs the opening goal for Belper Town. It's a left-footed effort and drills it past Morgan Bacon and into the bottom corner to open the scoring. And it's 65 minutes on the clock. Guiseley 0, Belper Town 1. Ivor, it's such a frustrating goal to give away at this stage, isn't it?
Very neat on the ball.
It is, isn't it? I thought that in possession looks really good. Ball in field, Smells Braithwaite takes a shot left-footed. I thought that was in, and it just goes narrowly wide of Jackson's post. And you were shaking your head there, was it just fear?
Sheer fear, yeah. I knew what he was doing, but I was just worried that the lad read what he was going to do, because if he did, we would have been in some trouble there.
Belper come forward again. Lichfield. Lichfield does brilliantly to come inside, beats Boateng, takes a shot right footed, and it just goes wide. Time on the ball here, cuts back, goes infield, goes to Woods. Needs to give it to Kachosa out wide on the right hand side, and he does. Kachosa, looks to get across into the box, it's well defended by Algar. Guiseley still putting the pressure on. Smells Braithwaite, left-footed effort, but it's headed away by Middleton. Ball drops at the feet of Mepper Walters, tries a little flip-flop. Gets dispossessed. Put the ball still with Callum Murphy, who's going towards the corner flag. And eventually, Harry Middleton steps in and sends the ball out and down the line, and somehow that's stayed in. Pick of the tape. Scuffs it into the feet of Lees. He takes a touch, gets away from him, and that's... Is that going to be that? It's not. There's time for another throw-in. Ben Woods sends the ball into the area. It's up towards Cassidy, gathered by Jackson. And with that, the full-time whistle goes here at Nethermoor, and it's finished Guiseley 0, Belper Town 1.
Well, it was a deeply frustrating result, but strange enough, we played well for the first 60 and made a few chances.
Yeah, that was best we played for a few weeks. We've hit the bar, the post, the keeper's pulled off 2 worldies. I'm proud of the lads. Listen, I come out here last week. I let Dave do it because I didn't want to say anything out of line. It's been a testing week off the pitch. We threw lads in there today who have not even trained with us. That's not an excuse. I thought we was miles the better team. I think they even admitted at the end we're by far the better team. But as we said don't score, and then Courts, who's been probably one of the best players on the pitch, switches off at the back, gives the lad too much of a run on him. They put the ball in the net and bites you on the backside. But as I've just said to him there, the problem we've got is we're chopping and changing. I don't want to chop and change. The issue we've got is we've got more players out than we've got in. We've had more players out, and I don't blame it just on injuries. I think it's the base that we work from, the mentality of some of the players. I've just said that in there. And when we was winning football matches at the start, when we come in, we was blowing teams away, or individual moments like at Marine the other week, where Benny's put the ball in net twice, brilliant goals. Earlier on when we come in, Whittam putting the ball in the net and picking off teams, and we for 60 minutes we're a team that are blood and thunder. Then after that we've got to make sure we're out of the game, and unfortunately sometimes if you're not out of the game, we're not good enough to stay in it for 90 minutes, and that sounds daft, but because we use so much energy in that time trying to bowl teals over, when you get to the 70th, 80th minute, if it's not worked, the hard thing is then to replicate that for the rest of the game. And we've got to sort of make sure we do that. We did that last year at our old club, where we stayed in games. We didn't really play well many weeks. In a way, a scenario was passing. But what we did do was fit, strong, knew our jobs. We had a strong 11, some lads that could come in and replace them. That's what we've got to build here. I said that to you last week. We've got to build here. But I'm not going to come out here. And I'm proud of them lads. The young kid who played fullback, the kid Harrison who come from Barnsley, I thought outstanding. The keeper did well what he had to do. And listen, I'll be the first one to chastise any player that doesn't show us what I thought was by far the better team today.
And I mean, you've brought 4 or 5 players in this week. Is that just a question of sort of plastering over the injuries for this season, or is it also looking forward to next season?
Again, I don't want to start bringing players in and out. We've had issues with players this week because obviously there's certain things behind the scenes. But for me, the 4 or 5 lads, we have to bring them in because of the injuries. I know, I don't, like I said before, I don't want to start bringing 5, 10, 15 players in, which we've had to do over the last. But I had to bring 4. I had 4 keepers signed on this week, and we got to Thursday, didn't have one fit. So again, I thank Buxton for that. But I've just told them all in there, listen, if they want to be at this club, we get a good base start pre-season, we get a good start of pre-season, and they've got to now, I said last week, they've got now till the end of the season to prove that they want to be here for the right reasons. We know we've got to strengthen. We are starting that work already, but for me, if you play like that, if we played like that last week, we'd have won the game, but we've not had that little bit of luck that we probably deserve with all the adversity this week. But then we've got to still do our job and take it in at 0-0.
Well, obviously the keeper made 2 good saves. We hit the post twice, and Cass had a good chance just before they scored. So we were making chances this week. Yeah,
definitely. And it's hard for us. Listen, I'm not making excuses. Listen, we should be. It's a bit deflating for a few weeks because we're aiming for the playoffs. And there's quite a big aura about what we was doing. Can we get in the players count? When we took over, we was 18th. But for me, when it sort of deflated us over the last couple of weeks because we were sort of playing a massive chasing game, which sort of blew up in our face last week. But we can't keep asking lads to come in and do what we know what we're good at without even training with us, without knowing what we do. You've seen the kid today who got man of the match, Benny. I think first 2 or 3 weeks we had to play him, but he's now learning what we want off him, and you can see that. But we've just not had the time to do that. The young kid that's come in from Sunday at left back thought he did really well. But again, you've got to gel these players, and you've got to tell them how you want to play. And in the whole, he did okay today. But again, okay, he's not good enough. We need to be winning games. Excuse me, but we can't keep chopping and changing. I don't want to keep chopping and changing. That deadline's gone now. But for me, I want a settled squad next year. I want a settled 16, 17 players, and then we go from there. Like I say, it's a massive club. We need to be pushing on in this league. And
without asking you to go into detail, I mean, people have expressed a bit of surprise that George Smith left this week.
There's a few issues. I'm not going to go into personal. He's not had a fallout with me. I thought George done really well, but as I've said a minute ago, people are playing for the future. They don't want the future set in stone because of a number of games that they've played. So for me, being okay, is that okay? Being okay? That's why we're 8th, 9th, 10th. That's why okay. Is it good enough? We've got to aim for more than okay. As again, I think that's been the problem. Okay. Yeah, we might win 3 on the bounce, might win 4 on the bounce, but then we might win 4. We can't be okay. Our standards have got to be there. At the moment in time, our standards sometimes are there. But again, listen, that's not just a slant at George. That's a slant at 2 or 3 that also have gone out of this football club. Your standards have got to be high. We will get beat. The way we get beat is a different story. And I say, for me, I wish George all the best. He's still contracted to this football club, but he'll go there now and play some games at Liversidge. And good luck to him.
And as you say, Smales Braithwaite has really emerged since scoring his 2 goals at Marine, hasn't he? And he's bringing us that bit of an X factor, which maybe we lost with Lewis Whittam.
Yeah, the blood's from them both. As I said, he's gelling in more he plays, the better he looks. I just said it. I said, I think he's second leading goal scorer now with 5 goals after 6 games. So I think that typifies what we've got to do. You can't win leagues. You can't get out of leagues. You've got to have. If you don't have a player that's scoring 20 or 20, 30 goals, you've got to replicate that right across the pitch where people are scoring 10, 12 and joining in. So that's what we need to solve. We need players that are going to score double figures. We need other players that are going to join in. And we can't rely on individuals, which probably individuals did carry us a little bit, but we need people, and we need people to put the ball in net at the top of the pitch. And every club in this league, the league above and all the way to the Premier League, want people to put the ball in net. It's the hardest thing to get, but we're working on it.